You might say, my brothers and sisters, that I was actually lucky back in the day. Sometimes it was just meant to be. That I stepped into some kind of a new age store, a new age store, and in front of it there was a dragon for sale. I was just awakened. I was like saying and to the world, the dragon is real. I've seen the dragon. I've experienced the dragon. Why don't you respond to this? I was actually going insane for what I've seen in the Dragon Realm in 2006. I just came back, my body was reunited with my spirit again, and I wanted to say everyone about the dragon. And so there, of course, no one wants to listen to me. It was just crazy, insane. Just, of course, if you say that you've seen Jesus, it's no problem. But if you've seen a dragon, it's like, wow, such a crazy guy. You know? Of course, I was not expecting this to happen, of course. But the dragon took me along to the dragon realm, let me see the 5 gates, and I was completely changed into an awakened spirit. And my spirit came back, and so like, oof. And yeah, this was one of these signs that I had to follow. In 2006, there was in my town a new Wicca store. I wasn't going inside. I wasn't planning to go inside of it, but there was one amazing, beautiful dragon for sale, and I said, "Wow, I want to know how much it is. I want to have that." I was stepping inside of it, and like the woman that was in front of her desk, she was looking at me. It's like, wow, what kind of an energy just stepped into my store? And I was like confused, like, is she talking to me? And she said, yes, I'm talking to you. And later she gave me my dragon necklace, a real silver dragon necklace. And she said, keep it close, because that is what is close to you. I was so surprised. I told her nothing about this. How did she know? It was strange. It was really strange, but I was surprised. And she was intrigued. She was so interested in who I was and what I was. Actually, there was the very first person inside of my life that was so interested in me, in who I am. Of course, I told her nothing who I actually was, but she felt it. She felt my dragon. She could even describe my dragon. My hair stood up when she described my dragon by my side. And she was actually asking, would you love to come back to my store? Because there is a lot of things that I want to discuss with you. And I said, sure, of course. That is so interesting. I want to know more about this. Of course, she knows what it is. She, of course, she's not a dragon witch, but she is a witch home in many places. She's seen a lot of things, and what she felt with me is something that she didn't feel for a long, long time. And that she actually was prepared for guiding me. She wanted to guide me through life. And I was so, yes, of course, I want to do this, because I was getting lost. I was hopelessly lost in this world. I didn't know what to do for my dragon or for the people that, I don't know. I was completely lost. But she was actually the one that wanted to guide me through this dragon's path that I was creating. She said, you are creating your own path, your own unique path that no one knows about. And so you are actually following the shadow, for the shadow what is actually with you. This is the dragon. And I was like, oh, wow, I want to know more about this. So this was a Wicca store or a New Age store. She was home with many magical things, you can say. Magic. I was very much drawn into magic, because sometimes when I couldn't feel my dragon, I did dragon witchcraft. The dragon altar that you can see in front of you is also a form of dragon witchcraft. But yeah, of course I didn't have her by my side all the time. She said to experiment a lot of things with the powers that you are capable of. She said the dragon unlocks a lot of energy with you that people or humans cannot understand. And this is something that you need to understand. So and that is what she said, I say that you should experiment with the abilities that you have unlocked with being awakened. because your dragon awakened a lot of powers with you that humans will never understand. This, and she said, this is actually connecting with what is all around you. Because magic, she said, magic is all around us. It's surrounding us. It's all the four elements. Without the four elements, we would not survive. It's the creation of life. And this is going through you. Because that is what the dragon is, she said. The dragon is nature. The dragon is the four elements. The dragon is not just the flames and fire that humans claim. No, it's all of it. All of the elements. So, of course, you might want to use magic, manipulation, dragon magic, because that is the oldest form of magic. And I said the oldest form, how come? Because no one before humanity used magic except for the dragon, because the dragon is magic. And but what if I do mistakes? Then do mistakes. And I did a lot of mistakes. Actually, that is something that I want to say, my brothers and sisters. I made so many I did a lot of experiments with what I felt, what I could feel. My desire for the dragon was very high. It was very, and that was the key to the dragon realm. But I thought in the beginning, and that it was, I was having this wrong, that I had to read from other people, that I had to read from this. And whenever I said this to my mentor, something wrong happened because what I felt wasn't good. And she said, what did you do? I said I searched down for dragon magic and dragon words from other people, but there was something wrong about this because I didn't feel my dragon whenever I said these words. And she said, you shouldn't use words of another. That is the worst thing that you can do with dragon magic, is to adopt and the words of someone else. Because on the dragon's path, on the path that you are making for yourself, it's very, very important to know that you have to use your own words and your own love and your own desire for the dragon. Because what you are doing is specifically meant for you alone. Because that is what your dragon wants. I can see your dragon at this moment. And this is the dragon that wants to see you and wants to hear you and wants to experience you. That is also what you want. You want to experience your dragon. But you experience something different because you are not using the right words and your right heart as it should be. You have to use your own heart in performing dragon magic. I said, of course, after a while I did some of these so-called dragon magic from other people, but also I was forcing myself quite too hard, opening different gates all the time. It was so bad that I wasn't reaching out for the dragon realms or the dragon's gate. I wasn't reaching for the dragon at all. I was reaching for other spirits from the void that was entering my house. My house was unlivable. It was a haunted house. And I was opening the gates and I said to her, this happened. And she said, of course you did mistakes. You did it wrong. You should actually use your own words. If you are interested into do dragon witchcraft or dragon magic, then please come with me first. Because I have a feeling that you need to know a lot more about dragon spirituality. And of course I did. I don't have a manual. I thought that there was some people that said, oh, you can search down for dragon magic on the internet. And I said, of course, I will try it out. But in the end, it was a mistake. It was wrong to use other words or force myself into things. The only correct way to reach out for your dragon is to be yourself and only to be yourself and not to adapt other people's words or other people's feelings or anything else. Because that is also something that humans are doing. Humans can manipulate your feelings so much. Whenever they are saying dragons are not real, you're insane, you're crazy, that is enough actually to let you be disabled from your dragon. That is enough for your mind to say, to have no more contact with your dragon. It will all be that is something that you shouldn't do. let yourself be manipulated by humans or your surroundings. It's very important to be alone when you do dragon magic or dragon witchcraft. And that is what she said also. Whenever you are performing dragon magic or dragon witchcraft, be alone, be yourself, and remove all of these books or whatever, or what all of these instructions. Just do it out of your heart. That is what your dragon wants to see. Your dragon is reaching out for you, but your dragon is being itself. That is also what you need to do for yourself. Your dragon is there by your side, but you have to remove the veil in between you. The only thing that you need to do is to know yourself, then to be yourself. In performing dragon magic, of course, there can be a lot of things going wrong, because I was not reaching out for the dragon realm in the end. I was reaching out for the void, and then is when I learned about the void. My house was filled with creatures from the void, and my dragon was by my side, trying to protect me, trying to be by my side. I could understand that my dragon was fighting these demonic, you can say, I don't like to say that, demonic beings off. But it was not enough. I had to move away from my own house. And that is also something that happened, I sold my house. And the one that sold my house died a few months later. He was trying to renovate my house. He was trying to renew my house. After a few months, he passed away. Even to this day, the renovation is still not ready. I've seen it. So yeah, I was actually glad to be gone from that house, because I was making it an opening to the void, an opening to pure darkness, and that is not what I wanted at all. Of course, I was saying this to my mentor too late, because she was saying, of course it is. Don't as anyone teach you how to close up the gates? And I said, no one teach me to anything, how to close up any gates. I didn't even know that I was opening gates, actually, to be honest. I just want to reach out for my dragon, but every instruction is leading me somewhere else. What do I have to do? The only thing that you need to do, that she said, is to follow your heart. That is the only thing. That is the only thing that you need to know. Follow your heart, follow your instincts, follow your desire, follow your love, and let it be creative. Let it be creative, and let yourself be creating a dragon altar in how you want it, how you see your dragon, and the love that you have for the dragon has to be shown to the dragon, and not only to the dragon but also to Leviathan. Leviathan needs to see your love and desire. That is the gate of the dragon, and that is not something that you should be forcing yourself into. Dragon magic is very ancient, very old, the oldest form of magic and manipulation in the universe. And all of the other forms of magic is just simply a copy of that, or a part of that. But what you are using, my brothers and sisters, in reaching out for the dragon is the oldest form of magic. It is a primal, it is even before primal, it is the most powerful thing you can ever imagine. And that is a power that lives with you. And that is the only way how to summon the dragon. And so you might have some mistakes, you might do some mistakes, but how you should avoid mistakes is actually by using one thing, and that is your heart.